on the comment section as well. And I hope we have a wonderful and lovely show this morning. Now, let me just really quick and see if we are also live on Facebook as well. Let me just check something real quick, guys. If you're on Facebook. Yeah, I think we're live on Facebook. Yeah, I think we're live on Facebook as well. So, like I said, we're going to be talking about football transfers. And guys, please do not forget to join us later in the evening around 7 p.m. For the what's it called? The unfiltered talks. And we're also going to be having a wonderful segment on that show as well. But moving on, guys, this morning we're talking about transfers. There've been a lot of transfers, a lot of rumor coming out from different wings. They've been some whereby new talks have been coming out from the Manchester United camp about Scott McTominay, Aaron Basaka, the possibility now looking like Casemiro, Harry Maguire are going to stay in the club. They're going to stay in the club, and we're going to dive into the fact that what do I see, like? What do you think is going to happen to the team? Do you think it's going to be a change? And we're also going to be giving you guys the latest on Lenny Euro, the latest on Lenny Euro. Now let's get into the conversation together. First of all, I'm going to kick it in the show with we're kicking the show with Aaron Basaka. I'll be kicking the show with Aaron Basaka because coming from Sky Sport, and it says West Ham are closing to agreeing a deal with Manchester United for Aaron Basaka. Many aspects of the deal has been agreed in principle, but there is work to be done to the final fee and structure. So basically, you might say this deal is done already, and is going to leave the club. One thing is this, man. I don't believe the way United wanna go. I don't think Aaron Basaka is actually ready. Welcome to the show. United is red. Well, welcome to the show. Now, the way Manchester United want to play football this season, the likes of Aaron Basaka are not really welcome. You know, but sometimes injury, like we see last season, injury forced Manchester United into using the likes of Harry Maguire, using the likes of Aaron Basaka. You know, so sometimes injury can really affect a team and change the dimension the team wants to proceed. So he has agreed. Aaron Basaka agreed to West African yeah. He has agreed a deal, but there's still some work to be done for everything to be concluded, just as it was reported by Sky Sports. It says here, West Ham had close to agreeing a deal with Manchester United Aaron Basaka. Many aspects of the deal have been agreed. So basically, I think we're talking about probably the medical, the personal terms have been agreed. Maybe now what they are trying to do is to agree on a fee. Like it says, many aspects of the deal has been agreed in principle, but there is work to be done. There's work to do on the final fee. So this has to do with money. So, and I believe probably there've been talks already on the salary and everything of the players. So I guess we just have to just wait to see how that deals pans out. We have to wait to see how that deals pans out. Now moving forward, guys. Moving on to what's it called? What's his name again? Edison. I'll be moving on to Edison because Edison is also on on the news today. Edison is also on the news today, and it's coming from Fabrizio Romano, and it says here Etihad are close to signing Pedrak Rakovic as new goalkeeper. Deal at advanced stages, but currently not done yet. Negotiation with Manchester City for Ederson are in complete standby since 1 week ago. Now, this is the same thing that happened between Al Nassr and Man City for Ederson because Al Nassr were offering 30 million euros and Manchester City wanted 60 million euros. You know, the thing is, this, guys, now, when everybody hear Saudi Arabia coming for your player, they believe it's a means and a way to just extract money from Man City. You know, they see it as a news, as an avenue. They see it as a means, an avenue to just put out money, excess money. And Saudi Arabia are not about that life anymore. Because we saw how much most Chelsea player went for last season. The likes of Koulibaly. They went for stupid amount of money. You wouldn't call it stupid amount of money because Saudi Arabia do have the money to give. They've got the money. And this is why every club in the Premiership believes, let's go and do a deal with Saudi Arabia. Manchester United are really believing, let me just say they were believing, they were hoping, they actually believed that Casemiro would be going to Saudi Arabia for 60 million pounds. They believe if they wanted Bruno will go for like 80 million pounds. But that's not the thing. Because Saudi Arabia have actually decided to change the way they are doing things. Etihad signed two goalkeeper. No, I think no, they're signing. They want to sign just Rakovic. The reason why Ederson is there is because Ederson is the goalkeeper they were supposed to sign, but they are going for Rakovic now because Ederson's fee is too much. Their fee is too much. Manchester United. No, we're going to get into Manchester United. There are so many to talk. What we're going to talk about Manchester United already. We're going to get into it as well. Yamal finding girlfriend in 1 second. Yeah. What do you expect? He's a baller, man. He's a baller. He's a baller. Bruno Fernandes for 120 million. That's what I'm saying. And I will tell you, there's no club out there. If we're going to be realistic to each ourselves, there's no club out there that would sign Bruno Fernandes for 120 million, not even 100 million. No club out there will be paying that money. The only place you can get sort of money, such money is from Saudi Arabia. Aside Saudi Arabia, no club will willing to pay that amount. And now Saudi Arabia they're wising up. They're wising up because now they don't want everybody having them for a spin anymore. So whatever they are doing with brain now. They don't just want to just go out here and start splashing the money just because they want a player. Now, I want to move to Eddie Ketia because Eddie Ketia is in the news. We all know that Olympic Marseille actually wanted Eddie Ketia. Olympic Marseille were looking for Eddie Ketia. But it is crazy how Arsenal have come outside, to believe that he is worth 50 million pounds. It's crazy. Honestly, it's crazy. And we are going to get into it together. Now, Marseille have returned with an improved offer worth in the region of 17 million pounds for Arsenal forward Eddie Nketiah. It understood Marseille package is closer to Arsenal valuation and payment structure. I don't know how much Arsenal might have been the price down to. But what I know for a fact that it was placed, I think they put the price tag of 15 million pounds on him. So for me, I believe 70 million pounds is, man, if Arsenal can get 20 million pounds for Educator, then they should do a deal, man. I believe, I can't say he's good or he's bad because I've not seen enough of him. Honestly, I've not seen enough of Educator. I can't even tell you Eddie Ketia is worth 30 million. Like United is Dread is saying. Eddie Ketia is not 50 million player, is a 30 million player. Like me, I won't even buy him for 30 million because I've not seen enough of him. I've not. I haven't seen enough of him. But I believe Arsenal might be looking to do a deal with Eddie Ketia because I think this guy will be really, really willing to get this boy, Roberto De Zerbi. Roberto De Zerbi will do a very, very good job with Eddie Ketia. So I believe there's a possibility whereby he might end up at Olympic Marseille for the right price. And I believe strongly that what was it called? 17, 20 million pounds for for this guy is a fair price. If I'm going to be honest with you guys, I believe it's a fair price because you don't want to pay you don't want to pay such money for somebody that is not worth it. And it's asking what player you want in your team. Well, I for once, like if I'll be honest with you, United is red, and the player I would want I would want Florian Wirtz. I would want Alfonso Davies. I would want what's it called? Trent. Then maybe in the center back, I would want somebody like Saliba at Real Madrid. Saliba, Trent, Alfonso Davies, Flora Witt, or Yama Musiala. Four of those guys, or five of those guys, I would want them at Real Madrid. And then you guys can kiss goodbye to football because I would dominate. I would dominate. Dominate. When I say I would dominate, I would dominate football. I would dominate football with those squad. If I can get those players in Real Madrid, as it is, Real Madrid already dominating football. How much more getting such of players? Now, moving on, guys, I want to touch on Fokro, Nicholas Fokro. We all saw what Fokro did in the world in the Euros. He was a very, very good player, a very, very good, important player for what was it called? For that German team. Just I don't understand how Fokro was able to, be on the bench and you have somebody like Kai Havertz playing ahead of Fokro. Sometimes all these players, all these coaches, they make their own decision. But like I said, from Sky Sports, he said West Ham are advancing on a deal for Borussia Dortmund forward Nicholas Fokro. Still, some paperwork to do on the structure of the fee and elements of the personal terms. So, which means this deal is looking likely to be done. It's looking very, very likely to be done. Looking likely to be done. How will Florian Wirtz go in lineup when you have Adagule, Brian Diaz, Camavinga, Chumeni, and Federico Valverde? One thing you have to understand is this, man. Real Madrid have got a manager, Don Carlo. Don Carlo is somebody that will make everything work. There's a way he does it. I don't know how he does it. If you ask me, I can't tell you how he wants to do it. But one thing I've seen in that man, and I've come to understand, is that no matter what player he has it at his disposal, he would always make it work. If that guy can make Jude Bellingham, Vinicius Junior, and Rodrigo work, deliver the Champions League, deliver the league and Super Copa, trust me, he's also going to make Mbappe work with the same players. And if we have those kind of players, he will still make them work as well. But I'm not the coach. We just have to just wait and see because Don Carlo is Don Carlo. He's the only one that knows how to just put a team that knows how to get. I don't know how he does it. Honestly, I don't know how Don Carlo does it. I don't know how he does it, man. But moving on, we've seen that Chelsea have signed I think they've agreed a deal for a goalkeeper. I don't understand what Chelsea are doing in the market. I don't understand, man. I just don't understand. Now, this is what it says here. Chelsea have agreed a 16.7 million pounds deal with Genk for 18-year-old goalkeeper Mike Peders. And they call this guy the new Thibaut Courtois. That's what they call him. They call him the new Thibaut Courtois. So I've not seen enough of him, but it will be interesting to see what Chelsea are able to do with this guy. Now, United is already saying here, he said West Ham should sign Chalobah from Chelsea. He is 30 million, a good centre back. Honestly, I am so disappointed, man. Honestly, I am very, very disappointed at the way Chelsea have treated this guy. I'm so disappointed because I believe Trevor Chalobah is a better defender than whatever Chelsea have got in the centre back. He's better than everybody they have got in their defense line in the centre back. I believe Chalobah is better than them. And if I was Manchester United, I'll be looking to sign this guy as well. Sign Chalobah as well. If I was United, would you take him at your club? United is ready. Would you take Chalobah at your club right now? Would you take him at United? Because I believe he's a good defender. Honestly, I believe he's a good defender. Give United Adagule or Brian Diaz. You don't have the money. Bring the money. Bring the money. But one thing I will tell you for sure is that you never get in Adagule. You will not get in Adagule. Brian Diaz for the right price. I believe Real Madrid might be looking to do a deal, or probably on a loan. Chelsea fans calling new goalkeeper Nes Courtois. Yeah, no, not the Jorgensen. They signed another one. He's a young lad. They call him the new this guy. They call him the new Thibaut Courtois. I have not seen him. I don't know what he's all about. So I guess we just have to just wait and see if he's going to get game time to play at the top team. But I think they are also going to take him back. He will go back on loan. Even though he signs for Chelsea, he will go back on loan at what's it called? At Genk. Now, I want to just touch on this Rabiot because Rabiot have definitely become the new target for Manchester United. I don't know what does this mean because I don't understand how Manchester United have gone from Manuel Ugarte, a good player. They've gone from Ugarte. They've gone from wanting Ugarte Amrabat to wanting Rabiot. For me, there's just this thing I have about Rabiot, man. Honestly, I don't just understand. For me, I don't think he's a good player. Honestly. Now it says here, and this is coming from a cut offside, and it's you can link it to Fabrizio Romano, and it says here Manchester United are working to reach an agreement with Adrian Rabiot. United are leading the race to sign him, with talks heading in a positive direction, and all parties are now optimistic that an agreement can be struck soon. Now that will be interesting to see, man. And what does he offer United? Honestly, what does he offer United? If I want to, let me just ask that question because the way I see Andrew Rabiot is the same way I see Scott McTominay. Honestly, I don't know if I'm being too harsh. I do believe he's slightly better than than Scott McTominay, but the way I see him is the same way I see Scott McTominay. So I don't really rate him. I don't rate him. United is really saying that if we don't get the lead, then we should go for Goncalo Ignacio, 21 million, 51 million, sorry, 51 million, or Chaloba, 30 million from Chelsea. So that's interesting, man. I love what you said, man. But I do believe Madrid will get Delete. They'll get him. You know. Now it says now I want Manuel Gatti over Rabiot. Everybody want him. Every Manchester United fan I've seen, you know, I love what everybody on the United fan base have actually said they actually want Ugarte. But I just think that the coming in of Rabiot is probably because of the money aspect. United are trying to save because when you look at what's it called? United are trying to save as well somehow. But moving on, guys, I want to touch on this Massimilian Bier, the German striker. We all saw what it was all about at the Euros. Now, Chelsea and Aston Villa have said to be, been linked to this player. They've been linked to him. Now, this is coming from Plattenberg, who is one of the best journalists in Germany. And it says here, despite the country and the concrete offers from Chelsea and Aston Villa, both clubs are currently not in the pole position to sign Massimilian Bier. Juventus Turin also there. Juventus have inquired about the 21-year-old striker from Offenhand. First talks took place. TSG informed about it. Decision soon. German striker Bier open for a new challenge. Release clause £30 million. Now, I will understand why people are really trooping in for this lad. Because when he came in for Germany in the Euros, he looked very decent. He looked very, very decent and very, very good, man. So I understand why so many clubs will be in for him. Because when you look at it, it makes perfect sense. Just look at the release clause. Look at his release clause. It's cheap. 30 million euros. So every club out there will want to do a deal for a 21-year-old striker, who looked very, very, very decent and sharp. And it's also coming from a Sky Sport in Denmark. But moving on, guys, I want to touch on this Nico Williams deal because there have been two talks of Nico Williams. First of all, there was a report that came out yesterday. There was a result that came out yesterday. Stream with your football. Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to do it later in the evening. We're going to talk about football later in the evening. Now, there is a report coming out. Now, this was coming from Richard, and he is a good Barca fan as well. Sometimes he comes out with good stuff, sometimes comes out with crap. Now, this is coming. He says Justin Barcelona proposal to Nico Williams is a 5-year deal with his salary being just a little higher than 7.5 million euros per year, which would increase based on the numbers of games played and performance. Now, for me, I honestly still believe that the likes of what's it called? The likes of I still believe Nico Williams, a deal will get done. I still believe a deal will get done for Nico Williams. Honestly, if you ask me, I still believe, a deal will get done. Because I don't like. I just see Nico Williams playing for Barcelona. Honestly, if I have to be honest with you, I honestly believe he's going to end up at Barcelona. There've been talks yesterday. Came and said as well that there's a possibility he might be staying. Nico Williams might be staying at at Real Sociedad. Sorry, Atletico Madrid, because they are. I don't know why Atletico Bilbao. They are looking to increase his renew his contract and probably increase his what's it called? His contract. Then increase the release clause as well. But moving on, I want to touch on Colomboane and Gonzalo Ramos. Where Barca find Nico Williams' salary in 7 million in years, I thought Nico will get 4 million. But he's a good player, man. And when you want a good player, you see clubs that are in for him. PSG want him, Chelsea want him, Arsenal have been talking about him as well. So if you want a player of that magnitude, you also want to, yes. The reason why you would still go to Barca for 7.5 million a year is because of the fact that he likes Barca. He wants to go to Barca. So that's what I think. But when you want to talk about transfer market, I think there are clubs out there that will offer him more money than what Barcelona are really offering at the moment. So for me, I believe that club will still offer him more money. Now, this is coming from a this is what's his name? Coming from Dario AS from Italy. And it says here, Remeda Randa Kolomwane and Golo Calo Ramos have been both targets for the striker position for Atletico Madrid. Victor Gokores, Luis Openda, and Alexander Solot are also in the list. For me, I don't rate these guys, man. Honestly, um, I think Ramos, I can just give him the benefit of the doubt, but I don't think he's that prolific, clinical striker people think he is. Man, he's not even ready, man. You know, at best PSG, he's not even getting game time at PSG. So even though I would suggest out of all these players I've been mentioned here, the person I would suggest, one striker or two people I would suggest for Atletico Madrid to go for will be Victor Gokores or Alexandra Soloft. Because I've seen them, I've seen what they are all about. But with the likes of what's his name? I've not seen anything about him. Honestly, I've not seen a thing about like Colomani. I've seen enough about him, and he just pisses me off because he's rubbish. He's not clinical at all. He's crap. And Ramos, you want to put him also in that category because he's not a striker you give one ball position to and he kills it immediately. He's not. He's not. And sometimes you need, that striker whereby you give him one opportunity, that kind of striker of Alan quality, whereby Alan does not need you to give him like so many opportunity for him to bury the chance. If with one opportunity, he can kills it. That's what you want from a striker. But moving on, Kenan Navas. Uh, Op- Openda is underrated. Yeah, I do agree, but you don't blame people for not really rating Openda because it depends on the league he's playing at. He's playing for RB Leipzig, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Leipzig. Kolomwani will be don't work. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah. Kolomwani in Atletico Madrid will not. Yeah, it will not work. It won't work, honestly, because we know the sort of football Atletico Madrid plays, so it will not work. Now moving on, guys. Kylian Navas. Coming from Fabrizio Romano, and it says here the agreement between Clonavas and Monza could collapse despite medical tests and travel booked. Significant, significant, significative difference have emerged after new rounds of talk and deal is currently on hold. It could be available as a free agent on the market again. Now, this is a clipper I really, really rate. He's a good goalkeeper. He won the Champions League three times in a row. Won it three times in a row. So if I was a bouncer, I still believe we'll get a club. I still believe we'll get a club get a club for because I know it's not like David De Gea, whereby he wants more money. You know, it's different. But it will be very, very interesting to see where he ends up going. And the deal might still end up happening. Now, I want to see. Okay, this is just coming out now. Breaking. This is just coming right now. Uh, Kenan Navas in Real Madrid he was a beast, man, dude. He was solid. Fact, he was solid. He was solid. Now this is coming from managing backer and Mundo Deportivo, and it says here Atletico Club wants to renew Nico Williams' contract and increase his release clause to £100 million. I'm sorry, €100 million. Barcelona have made it clear to him Either join us now or forget about playing for Barca. Now, I'm sorry, you cannot put a pressure on a player of this magnitude. I'm sorry. You know, you cannot put a pressure of this magnitude on him. Because the honest truth is this: if you don't sign Nico Williams, there are other clubs out there wanting Nico Williams. And the honest truth is that this deal is taking too long because Barcelona does not have the money. Now, the pressure you're putting on Nico Williams is for him not to renew his contract. That's what I see here. But if we're going to be honest, if you are putting pressure on Nico Williams right here, saying these comments, yeah, Barcelona have made it clear to him either join us now or forget about playing for Barca. I'm sorry, that's nonsense because you have the likes of Chelsea that will come in and make the deal happen. Because I will tell you, Barca fan or people out there, if you don't know why this guy is still not getting a club yet, is because of the fact that he wants to play for Barcelona. Not because there are clubs out there that will not do the deal. Guys, we're talking about 58 million pounds here. That's his release, 58 million euros. That is his release clause. 58 million euros. Chelsea will do the deal. Arsenal will pay the money. But I just believe somehow, somewhere, this player here wants to play for what's it called? Wants to play for Barcelona. Prime Hazard or Prime Neymar or Prime Bale. Whoa. Wow. Man. That's a crazy one, man. Ish, 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 ish. No, I think for me, I think it will be Prime Neymar. No, I know Bale and Hazard play for Real Madrid, but it's Neymar, man. Now Neymar was crazy, guys. Neymar was crazy, man. Neymar was crazy. Neymar was crazy. Barca should not rush on Nico. No, if they are giving him pressure, they think they'll get the guy. There are so many clubs out there looking to get him as well. So many clubs looking to get him as well. So I don't think this their crap they're talking about we end up doing anything, man. There are so many clubs out there that really, really want him. So if you are giving him pressure, telling him sign now or forget playing about Baka, other clubs out there will come and do the deal. Other clubs out there will come and do the deal. Now, latest on what's his name? Scott McTominay. Now, I don't know how true this article is, but the honest truth is we are going to react to it, and this guy needs to go. And this was reported late last night. And it says here Scott McTominay has agreed personal terms with Galatasaray on a contract worth 5.5 million pounds per year. Negotiation have been ongoing with Manchester for a long time. Eric Ten Hag's decision will be one of the most decisive points for the deal. Now, we all know that Eric Ten Hag does not want to answer this guy. Like, it's a weird one, guys. If you ask me, it's a weird one. If Nico don't go to Barca, then he should go to United or Arsenal. Everybody will take Nico Williams, man. Everybody in England will take Nico Williams. Now, we know this guy, what's his name? 1 minute, it's always like Eric Ten Hag wants him to go or he wants him to stay. But this guy has to go. Like, if Manchester United are going to get the likes of Rabiot, the likes of Ugarte come in, then this guy has to go. Because already, if Aaron Basaka leaves, Mazuri comes in. It's like one go, one come in. Now, for Ugarte to come in, then this guy called Scott McTominay needs to go. He has to go. But I don't understand how these people, they sit around, they are comfortable just being on the bench, because that is what it will be like. Because now you have Bruno Fernandes, you have Messi Mount. Messi Mount now is balling. Like, I watched his preseason, he was doing well he did extremely well against Arsenal. It was balling. So the opportunity of you as Scott McTominay getting game time is also limited. But it also takes somebody that is ambitious to leave the club. Honestly, it takes somebody that is ambitious to leave the club to go and play football. This is what United is saying. He says, "What is McTominay getting 5 million a year? I thought he was getting 2 or 3 million as a United fan." No, the thing is that going to Galatasaray, they're going to offer him more money because one thing is this: if you don't offer him more money to go to Galatasaray, he will stay back at United because I think he's earning a good amount of money at United. I think he's earning a good amount of money at United. Nico Schlotterbeck or Saliba or okay. No, I will take Saliba for now. I will take Saliba because Saliba is ready. He's ready. Schlotterbeck is not bad as well. He's a good player. For Ignacio, I've not really seen enough of him. I won't lie. I've not seen enough of him. But I believe he's a good player. When he played again for Portugal, he was sloppy. And that's why I'll take Saliba. Saliba is ready, like he's ready to move on now. He's ready. That's why I would take Saliba over Schlotterbeck and Nico Ignacio. Ignacio is for the future. Ignacio is for the future. So the report of Scott McTominay leaving have actually came from two places. This is another report from for him leaving. So there might be truth in it. Galatasaray have made a bid of around 12 to 12.6 million for Scott McTominay. Manchester United want double that. This is the problem I have with Manchester. This guy is not worth that amount of money. You want double, which is 25 million pounds for Scott McTominay. I'm sorry. He does not want that amount of money. He's not. For me, this guy is 70 million max. The same amount of money that Fulham offered you guys is what I think he worth. 17 million pounds at max. He offers nothing, man. So in what word does Manchester United, the board, believe they will get 25 million pounds for Scott McTominay? Come on. I said it last season when they rejected that 30 million pounds from West Ham. I said you guys are never going to get a deal like that anymore. And they did not. They did not. 70 million marks. That's what I think he was. And if he stays, he will end up leaving the club for free. Scott McTominay for 12 million. That's a joke. So how much do you think is what? If I ask you right now, United is red. How much do you think Scott McTominay is what? How much do you think is what? Let me know. What do you think is what? Now moving on. AS Roma are convinced to get green light from Girona on until Dove big deal after he told the club he only wants to leave and join Roma. Roma director Sophie expected to return in Italy with Dovbik ready to sign a 5-year contract. Like I said, guys, I've been saying it for days now. These are the sort of deal Arsenal should be looking to do. Either a club out there needs a striker, it's Arsenal. Arsenal needs a striker like this. If Modric cost 80 million and Caicedo cost 11, Caicedo went for 115, not 11, 15, 115. That is because I don't think there's a club out there that will be willing to pay 31 million pounds for Scott McTominay. I don't think so. West Ham should go for Dovbik or Bella. Okay, Beer, Massimilian Beer. Now, I think the club that is front running to sign Massimilian Beer at the moment, it's Juventus. I think it's Juventus. Is it 110? I think it was 115. I will double check. 110. Yeah, even though at that, You won't come and say Scott McTominay is 31 because Scott McTominay is not in the level of Caicedo, you know. But I think this guy is gonna come good, man. He's gonna that big is gonna really come good for AS Roma. Just that I just wish there's a club in Arsenal that look to do sort a deal. Now moving on, Kylian Mbappe is a club owner. Kylian Mbappe is a club owner, and it says here coming from the Madrid star, confirm Kylian Mbappe is now the new owner of SM Shein. Everything has been signed. The player will acquire 80% of the club shares, reported by Liqui. Now that's a good investment. That's a good investment, guys. It's a good investment because we also want to invest in for the future. So for me, that is a solid investment. Solid investment. Now moving on, guys, I want to just touch in on what's his name, what Zaka said. You know, that is something Zaka said, and of which I don't think there's any Manchester United player that can say it. Now this is coming from Manchester United faithful, and it says here, this is literally Arsenal's ex-captain coming out to say this. You don't never hear a former Manchester United player coming out to say this after joining Bayer Leverkusen. No disrespect to them. What a small football club, which means Arsenal is a small football club. Now, this is what Granit Xhaka said in an interview he was asked. He said the move from Arsenal to Bayer Leverkusen was not a step back, but rather two steps forward. We have to do better than last season now. Now, when you look at the statement he made here, was it lying or not? It was not. Because from playing at the team whereby you haven't won a trophy, I think the only trophy you won, and I'm not even sure if it was in that team that won that FA Cup. I'm not sure. I stand to be corrected. But I do believe it should be. You were in that team that won the FA Cup, and since then it has been drought. Then the reason why he will be saying this again is because of the fact that the manager did not really think it was good enough to ship him out of the club. Then he left and went to Bayer Leverkusen. And in Bayer Leverkusen, he ended up winning the league. He ended up winning the German Cup. Like they would have easily won a treble if they had gotten the Europa League. It would have been treble. So from what statement he made, it's not wrong. It's making perfect sense. It's making sense. Prime close, prime Benzema or prime David Villa or prime Lewandowski. I think I'll go for David Villa. Prime David Villa. Prime David Villa was crazy, man, guys. Prime David Villa. Yeah, I think I'll go for prime David Villa. David Villa was a baller, man. That guy, he's a baller. He's a baller. Favorite street food, Don Kunu. I'm not sure you know it. It's a Ghanaian food, and kota is a South African food. So I'm not sure you know it. I'm not sure you know the food. But moving on to the show again, I want to just touch on what Rashford said because Rashford is always dreaming, and this is what you call PR, just coming out to do PR nonsense. This is what I call PR statement here. This is what you call PR statement. Now, this is what Marcus Rashford had to say in an interview. He was saying, Marcus, they were asking him his dream. He said, "Yeah, I still have dreams of winning the big leagues, the Premiership and Champions League with Manchester United. Hopefully, we get that done." Well, I'll be here to see when Manchester United will get it done. Because if you ask me, if I'm being honest with you guys, I don't see it happening. I don't see it. I don't see that happening. If I have to be honest with you, I do not see that happening 1 second. So we have to be honest with each other. If you have dream of winning big trophies, what you want to do is play well, then probably you get a move out of Manchester United. Because for Manchester United to get close to this the league, Champions League, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not. It's not going to happen overnight. You guys still need to make some top signings. Top signings. You don't just think because you brought in Zexi, you brought in Lenny Euro and brought him to 16 years old, all of a sudden you guys are ready to win the league. No, it's not. But moving on, guys, I want to touch on what just came outside now from David Austin. Marcus Rashford does not strong mentally. Honestly, man, I don't just know the problem with Marcus Rashford. Now this is coming from David Austin. He says, "Yeah, Olympic Marseille have made an improved bid. The offer is close to 20 million euros, but with a formula that suits Arsenal better. The bid is set to be deemed unrealistic, but talks are ongoing. Eddie Ketia has agreed a 5-year deal. Okay, he is ready to leave Arsenal Football Club, which means now it is left for um, Arsenal to do a deal with Olympic Marseille because the player is ready to leave. So Arsenal should be the one now that needs to just comply and do a deal. But moving on, we've seen that AC Milan are said to be interested in what's his name? AC Milan wants Tammy Abraham. You know, AC Milan wants Tammy Abraham, and this is coming from what's his name? Fabrizio Romano. AC Milan remain in talks to sign Tammy Abraham from Roma, and they've stated that the likes of West Ham and Everton are also interested in signing Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham have been kind of quiet. You know, I think you want to say um, that is boiled down to injury. Favorite fix type of pizza: chicken mayo, chicken mayo, chicken mayo. So let us see how that pans out. Let me just look into this Real Madrid news because I think Real Madrid will not be getting a bringing in any player. Like I said, I think the squad because there was a report that says he was asking what's his name? Ancelotti. Now, this is what he said at his press conference. He said, "Yeah, the squad is closed. We won't sign anyone. Vallejo is back and Alaba is recovering. I think there won't be departure because no one wants to leave." So, like I said on the previous show yesterday, I said this. I said, I don't think there will be any player coming into the club. And that, Ancelotti right there just confirmed it that no one is going to leave the club because nobody wants to leave, and I think the window is closed. Vallejo is back from loan. He went on loan. He's back, so that's a good one for me. That's a good one for me. Now let's move on to the 16 years old Manchester United signed. You know, no matter how people want to praise this deal, Manchester United they overspent as well because they offered the guy £30,000 a week. And that was the same amount of money. I think he wanted 30 or 25 million pounds, thousand pounds a week from Arsenal, and they turned it down. So coming from Fabrizio Romano, he says, yeah, Ruud van Nistelrooy was key in the Chido Obi Martin's decision to join Manchester United. Van Nistelrooy spoke to the player about his development plan. And now they're said to be close from Germany also interested. I don't know how true is that. But the thing is, Arsenal offered him £15,000 and he wanted more. And Man U were able to give him the more money he wanted, which was the double of the amount, you know, they were asking. Sure, you understand? But I just hope it comes good. And I know for one thing, Arsenal was not going to play him because for some weird reason I don't know why Ateta does not really give game time to Kit. I don't know why. I do not know why. And it's frustrating whereby it does like how don't you give Kit opportunity? These were things we used to see under what's his name? Asaminga. Now this is coming from Fabrizio Romano update, and it says here Chidobe Martins will be considered the third striker currently at Manchester United behind Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zexi. The idea is to have him for the academy, but also helpful for the first team when needed. This is what United offered him, which means it's a better deal for him because at least if there is hope whereby in games like he will get game time in the probably what's it called? Cali Cup, Carabao Cup, and so on and so forth. We signed Chidio B. Martins and another. Yeah, I know this. I've forgotten the guy's name. I've forgotten what is his name. I've forgotten his name. Arsenal don't give time to that is not just Arsenal, it's Ateta. This is happening under Ateta's region because we have I know so many players that came up from Arsenal Feeders team whereby what's his name give them the opportunity. Asaminga. Even Bukayo Saka, what's his name? Emery gave Bukayo Saka the opportunity. But Ateta does not just trust this lad to get the job done for him. And the honest truth is that there are so many young players that are still going to leave. There are still so many players that are going to leave Arsenal. So many young players are going to leave Arsenal. You know. Now the latest on the Lenny Euro. Latest on Lenny Euro. This is coming from Central Devil and Chris Wheeler from Daily Mail. It says here Manchester United are expected to give an update on Lenny Euro's fitness later this week. But that would be interesting to see because when they were leaving, McDonald for me, Arsenal still bottle it in 2032. You're taking a piece of Arsenal fan, hey? Still bottle it at 2032. You can never tell, man. You can never tell. You can never tell. Now, this is Lenny Euro leaving. Now, I don't know how long this is going to take. This is what it says. Lenny Euro on crutches after today's training at ULCAL. Doesn't look good at all. Speedy recovery, Lenny Euro. Now, this right here on crutches can indicate 3 weeks. It can indicate 3 month injury. So I get we have to wait to assess everything. Our fitness team is so dumb. But I think they changed the fitness team. If I'm not mistaken, I think they changed them. Let me know. Let me know they changed them. Nah, man, that's not looking good for Euro. And this thing we have seen it before. I saw this same thing with Kobe Mino. Kobe Mino. But like you said, man, United is red. It's not really looking good for Manchester United. It's not looking good, honestly. And this is why I honestly believe they need to bring in another centre back in probably Chaloba or what's his name. Another update coming from Spain, and it's saying here South Africa. South Africa. Now, this is coming from Relevo from Spain. And it says the chance of Barcelona signing Nico Williams are diminishing and they have lowered their hopes. The club is now optimistic about the possibility of signing Dani Olmo, who has a release clause of 60 million euros. Now, this could be as a result to the fact that um what's it called? Atletico Bilbao wants to renew the contract and increase the release clause. So maybe that's why they're also considering the cheaper option because clearly Daniel will become the cheaper option if should in case Nico Williams' contract is increased. So, but moving on, Jota Silva to Nottingham Forest. Here we go. Confirmed verbal agreement in place from with Victoria for £7 million, €7 million fixed fee, 3 million on others. If you play 15 games, 3 million on add-ons. If you score 10 goals, 3 million on add-ons. Good business. He's traveling to have a medical at Nottingham Forest right now. That was a good one. Clubs are signing players, signing strikers, and everything. Nobody. Um, what's favorite sport after football? Ah, sports. I would say basketball. Basketball. I love basketball as well. Danny Omo is a 70 million player. Is 5 million. Okay. Yeah, I think it's worth 70 million, man. If I have to be honest with you, I think it's worth 70 million. But the honest truth is that I would say they should do whatever they can do to get that signing done now. Because if that offer expired expires, they are going to increase the money. Honestly, they are going to increase his money because Daniel Mo showed in the what's it called that he's a good player than what is actually like the way right now you can rate him very high. I rate him very very high right now. I rate him very high. So whosoever club is interested in signing in, they should try and be fast to get a deal done. Now moving on to Merino. I don't know how true it is because people were talking about there's an agreement in place for Merino. And it says the Arsenal are keen to strengthen their midfield with signing of Real Sociedad Mikel Marino after securing the transfer of Ricardo Calafiori. And this is coming from Football London. Now, I believe this guy is going to be a good player. He's going to be a good addition for Arsenal team, no doubt. But I still stick to what I say. I still stick to what Daniel Mo 50 million. Yeah, if 50 like the 60 million euros, if you convert it to pounds, is around 50 million pounds. So you're onto something as well. So this guy called Mikel Merino, for me, I believe he's a good lad. I believe he's a good player, and I believe he's going to be a great addition to Arsenal team. I still believe Arsenal still needs to sign three more players. I still believe they still want they'll still want like 3 million. Sorry, three players. You know, they still need three players. For me, I still believe Arsenal still need to send three more players. One in the 10 position, a right winger and a left winger as well. You know, that's what I think. And this is coming from football sports zone. Coming from sports zone. And it says here, what does it say? It says here, Arsenal have reached an agreement on personal terms with Mikel Merino. The Gunners now have negotiation with Real Sociedad over a fee. Well, we are going to know how true the article is when we get to here we go. Do you know about cricket? I don't understand the game. I'm sorry. As much as I try to watch cricket, I don't really understand it. So I can watch it, but I don't understand what it is all about. So that'll be it for me. And I know you guys are very very good when it comes to cricket. You know. Now, does this mean the momentum has shifted? Because at first, everybody were expecting Barcelona to get the deal done what's his name? Nico Williams. But as it stands right now, as it's been reported now, and it says here, PSG have made signing Nico Williams their number one priority. Luis Enrique is a major asset to convince the player, and there is a good chance that the transfer will get over the line. And this is coming from Daniel Riolo. So I don't know because we get speculation, rumors when it comes to whenever it's transfers, we get to see stuffs like this. We get to see stuff like this. I think so. Arsenal needs to sign left back, left wing, left back, CDM, backup, right wing, and a striker. Fact. This is why I said I don't understand why Arsenal are not going for Gokares or Ivan Tony or Dovbik. You know, South Africa have one cup in cricket. How many does Bangladesh have? Let me know. I know Bangladesh are very, very when it comes to cricket, they are a very good team. But let me know how many cups do they have? How many cups do they have? So it will be interesting to see. I'm just checking on what I haven't touched on so far because we're coming to the end of the show, guys. So I'm just trying to just see what I've not really spoke about. Okay, now this is coming from Fabrizio Romano on Dovbik update. And this is what it says here, coming from Fabrizio Romano. It says, understand Tema Dovbik has informed Girona this afternoon after his decision to leave the club and sign for AS Roma. He only wants AS Roma. Dovbik and his agent have been cleared with the club requesting to leave. Negotiation underway. Roma director in Girona. So I believe this deal is going to get done. It's just for us to just wait with time. The deal will get done. Bye. I have to go back to study. Big ups to you, United. Big ups to you. Big ups to you. Big ups to you. Big ups to you. Good luck. Good ups to you. Big ups to you. Now, moving forward, guys, I want to touch on this and Matthias delete. I want to touch on Matthias delete because they've been reports, coming from Platibek and Fabrizio Romano. Now, this is what Fabrizio Romano had to say about Matthias delete. I want to just touch on Matthias delete real quick. Now, this is what Fabrizio Romano had to say about Matthias delete update. It says, Matthias delete has again reiterated his desire to join Manchester United during the Rafaela Pameta talks with the club for Nosia Mazui. Despite other opportunities abroad in recent days, it thinks United is the best opportunity for him. Now, and Platibeg, this is what Platibeg is saying in regards to it. And the reason why I'm putting Platibeg is because Platibeg was one of the best journalists in Germany. So sometimes you also want to take into consideration what he's saying. And he says that Matthias de Ligt will not be on board today when FC Bayern departs for Seoul, South Korea at 4 p.m. As reported, he is set to return to Bayern on August 2nd. Nozir Mazraoui, on the other hand, is supposed to accompany the team on their trip. FC Bayern remain in contact with Manchester United to bind an agreement, ideally for both players. I believe this deal will also get done. I just think the only thing that is delaying this deal from happening is the fact that there are players that United want to get rid of that they've not been able to get rid of them. They've not been able to get rid of these players, which is why it's kind of like taking time to get those deals done because I believe they will leave, and that's the honest truth. If I'm honest with you guys, there are players they are looking to get rid of. They've not been able to get rid of those players, and this is the reason why this deal has been on standby. That's what I think. Yeah, I don't know what you guys think on the comment section. Let me know though. But what I think is that Manchester United want to get rid of players and they have not been able to do so because of some of the players, their wages and everything. Now, let me just share something here about Rudiger. I love that guy too much, man. Rudiger, I love that guy. Now, this is what he had to say about to Hendrick, and it's a good one. He says, Anthony Rudiger shouted, "Be strong" in the doors to Hendrick during training yesterday. Rudiger welcomed Hendrick with intense marking, giving him a strong elbow and leaving him with some pain after the season, after the session. But it was just a typical knock after such intense training. Rudiger did the same to players like Haaland, Kane, Mbappe. So there will be no exemption for Hendrick, even in training. And that's the fact. As I do it, you don't have to go soft on him because he's a child. You have to, be hard on him, let him understand that, dude, when you join Real Madrid, you join a big club, big boys club, you have to, you have to be up for it. You have to be up for it. It's not, you don't come here to come and be a baby. No, come on. We welcome you with articles. And I love that, man. I love that. Love that. And I think I've basically touched everything though. I've touched everything about to discuss. I've touched the fact about what's his name. Though I've not really said anything about Osime. I don't even go to Osime because I don't understand who is making sense and who is not making sense. Because yesterday we saw the fact that Fabrizio Romano came and said to say the talks of loan of Chelsea wanting Osime on loan, it's fake news. For me, I don't know how true is that because David Austin is somebody that will not just come and say and talk crap. If I'm going to be honest with each other, guys, David Austin is not just somebody that will just come and say and talk crap, which is why I take his word for it. But lately, this guy called him, what is his name? I've been doing PR here and there for clubs, Fabrizio Romano. So I guess you just have to just wait and see how everything pans out, guys. Guess we have to wait and see how everything pans out. But that'll be all for now, guys. I guess I'll see you guys. Please do not forget, we'll be live later on for the Unfilter Talks. So please don't forget to join us on the Unfilter Talk, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. And please, guys, if you know you enjoy the content, please subscribe, share the links, like and subscribe. Please share to your social media platform. Invite a friend. Let's build this community. Let me take it to the next level. From me, Tema Banks, signing out. Thanks for watching.